All right, guys, I'm live. So you just skip ahead. You just skip ahead to the new when I start teaching. All right. So I'm supposed to be live. Let's just share the link in the groups. I'm sure they are buzzing me. Where are the link? Where's the link? All right, guys. So I had to share the link with another new group that we had where we have there's pending students because like we the night Sana. So if you, oh my gosh, this new format of this thing. It's giving me a while to fix this format. All right. Cool. Live. I'm just trying to refix the format of this so that I can edit the image. So good night, Sahana. Good night, Christian. Good night, Pineapple. Good night, Daniel. Good night, Danny. Just waiting for more people to come on the stream. Hmm. Where is my options? Some technical difficulties here tonight. I may have. Okay, I get through. Right, so editor up there. Cool. Great. All right. Good night, Keziah. Keziah, how are you doing? Good night, Karina, Liz, and Marie, Samuel, and everybody. So tonight, the topics that we are doing is one, calculator tips. But we're not going to start off with calculator tips. We're going to start off today with quadratics. Now, I'm going to teach quadratics. Anyway, I'll talk about this just now. Quadratics. I think I may not get in simultaneous equations. Today we have a lot of stuff to try and squeeze in today. Oh my gosh. um, but I don't think I'll squeeze in that. I don't think I'll manage to squeeze in that. And I want to get down to the homework corrections as well. Where did I leave that? Alright, so I'll leave my handwriting. I know I could do better than this. Corrections. Alright, so the first is echoing on my side. Anybody else here not echoey? Anybody else in echoing or you're different than the other night? I want to make sure everything is correct. If it's echoing. Oh, is the fan? Alright, so it's good. It's good. Christian here with us since the start. So he said it's good. Let's switch the fan a little bit. Not ready. Sounding great. Okay, cool. So yes, so tonight we starting with quadratics. Good night, everybody. Um, we started with quadratics. I don't have the filter on because I'm going to have to do some calculator stuff showing you my calculator. So the filter will work for that. Turn on a little light here so you can actually see me for real. It's good now. I had to refresh. Okay, all right. So that's on your end of the things. Let me just refresh my chat as well. Right, so tonight what we are doing is quadratics. Now the quadratics that I teach, the way I teach quadratics, this is factorizing quadratics. We just dealing with expressions right now and we may step into equations soon right after this. I brought out a method last year, that's not 2019 exam season, 2018 exam season, and that was my original method. And now I'm seeing it used nearly everywhere. People bringing the notes from school, and I've seen stuff that I made up and words that I made up being used everywhere. So it looked like teachers watch the video and teach the same style right through. Because I found this to be one of the ways that students understand quadratics, factorizing quadratics, if they are not good at it, if they're having problems with the quadratics. So pay real close attention to this class. Pay real close attention to this class. Make sure you have your book, make sure you're taking notes, and make sure you're ready to send me pictures in your respective groups, right? Alright, so okay. So tonight's topic, we're starting off with quadratics. First things first, a quadratic is a type of expression or a type of equation. Now there's linear expressions and there's quadratics and there's polynomials, right? So we did a lot of linear equations. You all remember how much linear equations we do? One set of different types, and you solve those linear equations. We did a lot of that. We did a lot of that. Stuff like this we ended up with. Why is this linear? Why is this linear? Anyone in the chat care to see? Why is this called a linear equation? And why would we call this one here? Why would we call this one a quadratic equation? What's the key difference? What makes this a quadratic? Why is this called a quadratic? And why is this one called a linear equation? Anybody with any answers? Somebody has equal sign? No, I could put an equal sign here too, because this will make it an equation. This was just an expression. I'm not talking about the difference between expressions and equation. The difference between expressions and equation is the equal sign. An equation has an equal sign. Right. Danny said it has the square, so that's it. That's correct. In a quadratic, the highest power of x is always x squared. It must have an x squared. It could be 3x squared, just x squared by itself. There wouldn't be an x cubed, but there must be an x squared. Now, in linear equations, there's none of that. The highest power of x is to the power of 1, so you don't even write anything, it's just for x. So, and linear equations, the graph of a linear equation, and this is how you spell linear, like line and adding AR. The graph of a linear equation is always a straight line. So like if you plot your y-axis and you come to this when you're dealing with functions, you get a line like that. The graph of a quadratic actually looks a little different. So, and we come to this when we're dealing with functions and quadratics as well. You'll get something looking like this. So this one, the shape here is linear or like a line. The shape here is parabolic or like a parabola, right? So this one, there's always an x squared, and this one, there's just an x to the power of x. So the general form of this is y equal mx plus c. You don't need to memorize this all now. I know this is a lot of information to take in, but I'm just doing a little backdrop. And the general form of this is ax squared plus bx plus c. Right? So one is linear, one is quadratic. We are doing a lot of linear equations solving in algebra for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Also, we're doing a lot of factorizing, a lot of simplification, all the basic in algebra, just to try and get our algebra in order, sort out the equal signs, all them other stuff. But tonight, we want to focus on this guy here, quadratics. So I just wrote that the general form of a quadratics is ax squared plus bx plus c. That is the general form of a quadratic. So what does that a, that b, and that c mean? The A, the B, and the C. The A, the B, and the C is actually a term we call coefficients. Why isn't it that if you heard about coefficients before? Coefficients. Yeah, it's just a big ugly way that we used to mean the number in front of whatever. So the coefficient of x squared is A. The coefficient of x is B. Coefficient of x squared is A. And C is also a coefficient, but of what? Well, x to the power of 0. The coefficient of x to the power of 0 is C. So C is the constant, we call that. It's just by himself. So he gets to be called a constant. Alright. So if I have an example of a quadratic equation like 2x squared plus 3x plus 5, can you tell me what is the value of A, B, and C in this equation? Well, this is an expression. So can you tell me what the value of A, B, and C in this expression? Yes, the constant is the number that stands by itself. What's the value of A, B, and C in this equation? What is the coefficient of x squared? What is the coefficient of x? And what is the constant? Right, so you see how Christian write 2x squared is A, and Daniel as well write 3x and thing. None of that. You don't ever put the x. When you're dealing with the A, the B, and the C, all we want is the raw numbers by themselves. So we want the raw numbers, the 2, the 3, and the 5. So the coefficient of x squared is called A. So that's 2. That is all. The coefficient of x is B, so we put 3. Right. Okay, let's try the next one. So if I had 3x squared, so this is number 1, number 2. This is just the intro to make sure you understand the little terms and things. Number 3, 2x squared minus 3 minus x plus x minus 5 plus 2x plus 6. Can you give me the coefficients? What are the coefficients in each of these cases? Tell me the coefficient for part 1, the coefficient for question 2, the coefficient for question 3. Now remember, the coefficient is just the number alone that's before the letter. The number alone that's before the letter. So I'm seeing a lot of correct answers here. Now, that's for the last one. But when seeing there's a little delay in the chat, right? There's like about a 5 to 10 second delay before I say something, before I'll see it, and then I will see it back in the chat. So Karina is first all the blocks with 3, 2, 6. Nice. So this one is good. This is 3. Coefficient of that is 2. The coefficient of that is 6. Great. Let me see if I see another one. So everybody have 3, 2, 6. Right. Daniel, don't use a dash. Just use an equal sign or something. Don't use a dash. Earlier. The dash making me think is negative. Number 2, we have 2. And Christian, you're going back and put x. So what you had was 2. And you put x here. And you put negative 5 here. You didn't put negative 5. Nobody put negative 5. So it's supposed to be negative 5. Remember, the sign belongs to it. So, and you see this, you can't put x here. So let me see if anybody have a correct answer for B. Yes, Sean, Karina. Instead of putting x, you have to put the number in front of x. Since you see no number, you just put, not 0, you put 1. Right? Yeah. Yeah, Danny, you have a negative 5 too. Good, cool. Yeah. Even when there's no number, you have to put 1. Remember that. And let me see if I get any answers. So 3, 1, 0, negative 3. One person put 1, negative 3. Right. So the coefficient here is 1 because there's no number. But what's the trick here? Are we seeing a term with x in it? Like an x by itself. There's no x term. It's missing that term. So you actually have to put 0 for this one. When if you see no x, you have to put 0. What somebody do is put the -3 here. People, that's a common mistake. Don't feel that anyhow. They put the -3 and they put the 0 here. But this -3 is really the c, you know? This is really the number by itself. So the -3 really going here. And there's no middle term, so you just put 0 like that. Alright, so type Y in the chat if you understand that. We're going to do 3 more. I want everybody to get all correct, because you need to understand this to be able to factorize a quadratic equation. Now, as I said in the chat, I'm going to really break it out. Really break it out. The whole factorizing process. Alright, so let's get x squared minus 3x plus 100. Let's get 77 to 2x minus 6x squared. Let's get 17x plus 3. 17y. Let's use y. It doesn't matter what letter you use. Plus 3y squared. Let's use that. So can you all tell me lots of y's so everybody understand? The first one, 1 negative 3 100. Right, good job, Keziah. 1 negative 300, 1 negative 3. Hey, Joy, you forget your negative by the 3. Don't forget that. A negative sign is like, forgetting that is like sin. so you just wouldn't get it. 1, B is negative 3, C is 100. Anybody with an answer for number 2 yet? 2, then you put 77, B is negative 2, C is negative 6. That's not correct. 2, Keziah negative 6, negative 2, 77. Very good, that's correct. So Christian 2, that's 2. Well, that's 3. But that's not correct for 3. Karina, Jada, I don't know which one this is for. Oh, this is 2. So yeah. So the trick in this one is you always need to say that a is the 1 in front of x squared. So some people will put 77 here, but I'm wrong, because x squared just happened to be over here. So a is actually, in this case, negative 6, back to front. B is actually, in this case, well, B is always the 1 in front of x. The coefficient, the a, b, and c, a is always the number in front of x squared. B is always the number in front of x. C is always the number by itself. So B would be negative 2. Don't forget the negative signs. And C is 77. That's the number by itself. A here has to be the 1 in front of the squared. Whether it's x squared or y squared. So A in this case is 3. Yeah. So people are catching it now. B, is there a B? Is there a B? What about a C? Is there a C? C has to be the number by itself. I'm not seeing any numbers by itself here. So there's no C. So I put 0. I have to put something, so I put 0. And B here will be 17, because that's the one in front of when you just have one letter like Y or X. Good. So you see, a lot of people wrote Y's, but still got tricked here and there. So you have to make sure you understand something inside out. There's different ways that it could come. Okay. when I factorize a quadratic, it looks like this. When you factorize a quadratic, you get 2 things in a bracket here. Like you could have different assortment and numbers. You always see like an X on this side, maybe an X there, something. I'm just making up numbers. So this is just an example. I should put a D here. Factorized quadratic, or factorize a quadratic here. So when you factorize a quadratic, it looks like that. Daniel, no C. So what does he mean? No, you have to put C equals 0. You can't just leave it out, right? So I ask for the c, so you put c equals 0. 2x minus 3x plus 1. This is just an example of a factorized quadratic. So let's expand this. Let's expand. So this is like the answer. This is what we're working towards tonight. And we have to try and squeeze in this whole topic tonight. But I mean, I'm not going and go faster than how much people understand. So I'm starting off with the answer here just to show you how I can expand this and get back a quadratic. So we're going to do a few like this. So we did a few figuring out the general form of a quadratic. Remember, what is the general form? The general form of a quadratic is this. This is called the general form. The numbers in front of the letters are called coefficients. Then we found some coefficients and some equations. Now we're learning when you factorize a quadratic, you get an answer that looks like this. But before we learn how to factorize a quadratic, you just need to get all these things done. So I need to practice with you, like going from the answer back to the question, if you understand what I mean. So expanding this back into a quadratic. This is how it works. Kind of butterfly effect. So this number, this term, must deal with every term in the next bracket. This number, this term must deal with every term in the next bracket. I've seen people throwing down answers there. Kiana Davis. 2x squared plus 2x minus 3x minus 1. So you're going good there. Hold on, bread van passing. And I'm supposed to buy bread. I'm going back there. Alright guys, sorry about that. Yeah boy. My mother there, so I was supposed to pass the information to her, but I forget. And my wife gone somewhere, so she and passed, she and was getting a bakery, and I was supposed to collect some coconut bake, so coconut bread, coconut bake, whatever. So that's what I was running out there for. I couldn't miss that. Coconut bread more important than maths. Alright, so you need to multiply 2x minus 3 by x plus 1. Yeah, so we are doing a kind of butterfly effect, and somebody put an answer there. But there's something more you could do to your answer. Let me show you. So, okay, 2x by x is 2x squared. 2x by 1 is 2x. So I did that, and now I'm going to do this. Negative 3 by x is negative 3x. Right? Negative 3 multiplied by x is negative 3x. Negative 3 by 1, you could put in a calculator if you're still getting problem with directed numbers, or if you wasn't here for that class that we do the whole directed numbers. See, negative 3 by 1 is negative 3. So now it's up to you to condense. That's why I'm going to make sure as I will take a little check 20 minutes in the class to make sure everybody gets it through. Right. So everybody in the start, well, those who here know you need to be able to, you need to be signed in. Right. So all the usual on the inside. So what happens here? This is what you put. Who did this? Good job, Kiana. Right. So yeah, you've seen these. This is another X here, and this is another X here. So because they of the same type, you can merge them together, right? So we are doing some of this at a time, I believe. So we have 2x squared, and this is plus 2 take away 3. Plus 2 take away 3. If I actually put that in my calculator, what would I get? And this is how I can always double check these things. So I double check it like this. 2 take away 3, I understand, or something like that, and I can get negative 1, like that. So I could put negative 1x, I could put negative x, since I already know the 1, that's the 1, 3. So this here is the question. So if they ask you to factorize a quadratic, they will give you this question, and you need to go backwards and get the answer. It's easier to expand it and to get the question than to go backwards up into that 2 brackets. So let's do a few expansions. Expansion time. Good boy, again, old boy. That a sprint off there running on that bread van. And I feel like I pull a muscle. Alright, so 1x plus 3, 2x plus 5. Expand these for me, guys. X minus 6, 2x plus 1, 3x plus 7, x minus 7, 4, 3x plus 4, 2x minus 1. So let's get some expansions here. You don't need to send your picture in the group right now. We're on that right now. These expansions, I can just write it out here. Just the answers. So the first one, Kiana, you need to condense. Going good. For number 4, you always send a picture in the group. Just need to make sure. So number 1, great. Jada merged together, Sahana merged together, Danny. Right, so let's see number 2 now. Let's get some answers for number 2. Right. How you get the power 2? Yeah, Kiana, how did you get that power of 2? Some people keep putting this power of 2. Now I can just copy this now. Like I could copy this and I could write 2x paste what she just did minus x minus 3. So I can like copy it from our website and put it back. Like that's how I would do it, but how long the 2 and it will show other options. Lie. For real. Now when I hold it only 2 now on a phone. So All you had to do this, but I had to see this screen and blow my mind. Right, so if you're using a phone on the chat, you get through 2x squared. Come on, come on, my friend. Don't set me up so. I tell him, my two ain't doing all them fancy things. My two just want to be by itself. We had to do. You not doing all of that same thing. But I know more on a phone, when I hold it down, I used to happen too. Now working for me, now working for some people. I feel if I change the type of keyboard I'm using, yeah, if I change the type of keyboard I'm using, it will do it. Right? But I ain't going to do all of that right now. Another option is to just copy, like if you're on a computer, you can just copy what her squared and use it. Okay, let's not waste time on that. So for question 2, we get x squared minus 5x minus 6. That's correct. That's correct. For question 3, okay, here's where we're going to start to send pictures. Send pictures for this one in the group. When you do it, send the weekend for that one, and send the weekend for this one. Send weekend on WhatsApp. I hear my phone vibrating already. So as you all know, there's a blue group and there's a red group. Send your weekend on the groups. Let's see which group is putting on the performance. Red group for the win. Red group on the inside. Who from red group doing this way? I don't know. I forget the name I'll send. Are they on these names, are we? Red group. Correct. Did Danny make a mistake just now? Alright, red group. You're doing good. Just send me a name. Who sent me that now? Danny, looking good there. And yeah, we had some problems. Some major problems taking place here. You're not watching the signs one. And when you do 3x by 2x, it should be squared. Blue group. Touchdown with Christian. Right, Christian, your second line is good, but you could go one step further. Think about it. Can you explain to me how you get the answer again, please? The answer for which one? Okay, I have 4 questions there. How I get the answer in this type of question? Like, you need to give me some more specifics. So Hannah, number 3 is great. Can you explain how you get the answer again, please? Just give me a clarification there, carrier. Keziah, that's good. You're sticking too close to the margin. You and Christian and the group sticking too close to the margin. So are you going to do the weekend? I am. So what it could be, there's some mistakes. Okay, so let's look at it. Question 1. You see, this one should actually look like this. You put your equal sign there. So like you write your question here. If you're looking at a calculator, margin be about here, so you understand? And then you put the equal sign here. You do the x by the 2x, so you get 2x squared. You do the x by the 5, so you get plus 5x. And you get plus 6x. So you do the 3 by the 2x. 3 by 2 is 6. Right? So I gotta put back the x. And then 3 by 5 is 15. 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. Next question was x minus 6 to x plus 1. x minus 6, 2x plus 1, so it's question 2. Equal sign here. You need to get them equal signs going down under each other like that. X by 2x is 2x squared. You'll always end up with an x squared here. Because remember, it's a quadratic you're aiming at. Well, LOL, sir, my phone refusing to send the photo. Why people is calling during class? Hello? Hi. Sorry, you'll have to message me on WhatsApp. I'm teaching a class right now. Alright, so you have 2x squared. So we have the x multiplied by the 2x, you get 2x squared. So my mom thought that was her phone. That's my phone refusing to send it. Alright, so x by the 2x is 2x squared. Now we have the x going by the 1. So that is 1x. Now you could just put x or you could put 1x. Let's just put x. You have negative 6 going by 2x. So this is negative 12x. Everybody good so far? And then you have negative 6 going by 1, so you'll have negative 6. Next up, we'll have 2x squared. You're always going to merge up these two terms. Once you have these two terms in the middle there, think of this as 1x if you want. And merge it up, we'll get minus 11x minus 6. So that's the answer there. Feel free to ask specific questions. If you get any problems to grasp it. So that was 1 and 2. Now you push out any corner. So I'll stay behind me. Yeah, very small and go up. So let's don't want to watch it. I can watch it there. Let's look at 3. 3 was x plus 7, x minus 7. Now this is supposed to ring a bell for you, yeah? Because we do a lot of this last week. When you get the plus and you get the minus and you have the same things here, that is difference of 2 squares. So you could actually come here one time and say this is x squared take away 49. Because I see the difference of 2 squares pattern playing off. So how 1 take away 1 gives you 11x? 1 take away 1 gives me 11x. 1 take away 1 gives you 11x. I'm not seeing that anywhere on my thing. So how 1 take away 12x gives you 11x? It didn't give me 11x, it gave me negative 11x. So you have 1, but you owe 12. You owe 12 and you have back 1, which means you owe 11. Right? That's the directed numbers. I don't know if you're here for the directed numbers class, but you could always check back the link afterwards. Alright, so plus 1x minus 12x. So plus 1x minus 12x. You're adding on 1 and you're taking off 12, negative 11x. But let's do this one. Let's do this one out here properly. So if I had x by x, I'm getting x squared. If I have x by negative 7, and Christian, you reach here, which is great. And now I'll have positive 7x, and I think you had negative 49 here. So that's great that you reach this line. Yeah, so bigger sign. Yeah, well done, Christian. So now this is x squared. Now if you have negative 7 plus 7, that's actually 0. So you can put 0x, but 0x is still 0, so you can just leave it out altogether. And that's how we get that. Let's do the last one now. Number 4. And you're going to get 4 more. 3x plus 4, 2x minus 1. 3x plus 4, 2x minus 1. 3x plus 4, 3x plus 4, 2x minus 1. Okay. So the 3x is going to multiply by the 2x, 6x squared 3x is going to multiply by the negative 1, negative 3x. The 4 is going to multiply by the 2x plus 8x. And the 4 is going to multiply by the negative 1, take away 4. So this is going to be 6x squared plus 5x, take away 4. Let me see if anybody got this in the groups. Somebody send all 4 one time, quick. 6x squared plus 1. Alright, well done, Lisa. Lisa did all the good thing. Oh, just a little sign problem there, Danny. And well, and I think you seen where the mistakes are now. Maleficent, you match up. So it was just a bowl yesterday. Got that. Great. So we in again, we're cooking well here. I'm going to give you 4 more to do, and then we're going to start what we came here to do: factorize quadratic equations, and I'm going to show you my method. Good night, Katrina. So let's do 4 more expansions. 4 more expansions, because that's what this is called. Remember, it's like I'm giving you the answer here, and I'm telling you to expand it out and get back the question. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it if it looks like this. Alright. Let's get some answers. Yeah, send the pics for these. You know we do full up her phone. Yeah, so I'm experimenting with different mediums so that there's some like programs you can just send it to quicker that wouldn't stay on my phone, Like I might end up using the same Google Classroom, and everybody, even the new students, there are a couple new students. I hope, well, the admin would have already given you the code to the classroom. Is through that classroom you send your assignments and send and receive assignments and stuff like that. So I may just do it like that, but I find it takes a while to upload stuff to Google. WhatsApp so neat, you just quickly send it to me on Google Classroom. That's like when you're done your assignment, you send up everything. That takes some time, but like during classroom, that might. So I need a program that can just work quickly. Otherwise, I might just stick to the WhatsApp, but I just remember to keep emptying all these photos after the class. Um, 749, 748. Danny, all right. Danny, first all the ranks. Let's see how this looks. What is going on here? That second line, though, I don't understand the reason for that second line. Oh, no, this. I saw this method being taught at time. Wait, let's say I was eating. All right, you do your thing, big man. Okay. 1 negative 2x. Right. Beautiful. So, Hannah, beautiful. Danny, did you mess up a negative sign there? Watch out for them signs. So it looks even better. The second one you send. Blue group, what going on, blue group? Blue group, if you know you're in blue group, all you're holding back. Alright, red group just killing it right now. So nice. Watch out for these signs. Negative 2x by 5x is negative 10x squared, right? The signs. Here comes Maleficent, matching up everything all at once. Let's see this. Right, keeping up with those signs, nice and good. Good, 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 good. Alright, I see something from blue group. Come on, blue group. Alright, negative 2 by right, and the 5, good. Negative 10x squared, great. Katrina, pulling it down for blue. Well done. Just watch a couple more. Keziah for blue group. You did a few well here. Nice. 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 Great. Great. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Maybe watch one more for red group. And it's a bit untidy. I think you need a better pencil or something. Something about it just giving off a little bad vibes there. All your writing perfect compared to my handwriting. Yeah, so good. Good. Your signs. People, the signs, everybody can understand what to do now, so I could go on to defactorize it. But people still making mistakes on the signs. But don't worry, I had the remedy for that. When I get the homework, it's gonna be good. Right? So let's deal with the first one. The first two. I'll just copy this and post it on a new page. So these are the first two. We need to expand these. So number one, we have the 1 minus 2x, 2 plus 5x. Danny, I see you doing this 1, and then you put it against there, and then you do negative. Okay, that's cool. Whatever floats your boat. But the faster thing to do is just work it in your mind like this. But if you get little problems with the sign, you can break it down into those steps. So you have 2 plus 5x minus 4x minus 10x squared. So this is going to leave us with 2 plus x minus 10x squared. If you have a 1 in front of the x, that's okay as well. Part 2 now, we'll have x minus 3 by x minus 4. X plus 4, sorry. X minus 3 by x plus 4. Great. So this is x squared minus 3x plus 4x minus 12. Did I say plus 4x, but just write x? Plus 4x minus 12. Feel free. So if you flip it, Yeah, if you flip it, oh, okay. So like if you come now and say negative 10x squared plus x plus 2, that's okay. But the one mistake that everybody's making when they're flipping this is they forget that a negative sign belongs to whatever comes after it. So if you have a negative sign, it belongs. So when you're flipping it, just make sure that, like that. Just let me know if that is what you meant. Alright, so x squared plus x minus 12. That looks like what that is there. Are you squeezing the next one on the same page here now, fellas? Well, and ladies. Mostly ladies. So, the sign mixing me up bad. Yeah, I've seen that. 2x plus 1, 3x minus 7. 2x plus 1, 3x minus 7. But this is where practice comes in. Understanding the concept, once you understand the concept, that's great, but the practice will help you not mess up your signs. I mean, every now and then I might even forget a sign, and I have been doing maths nearly every day for a long period of time. So, yeah, practice will make you less mistake prone. 6x squared minus 14x plus 3x minus 7. So I'm just multiplying these things in my mind like this. You get the hang of it after a while, so you can just kind of work. 6x squared minus 11x minus 7 is the final answer there. I'm having sign problems, so just join. Had an emergency, so sorry to hear about that. Hope everything okay. You can always catch back up on the earlier part later on. Well, we'll be going into factorizing a quadratic, so we just start the back. We do all the background for the quadratic already. This is the last expansion we're doing. I hope you could catch this expansion. So the last expansion was 4 minus 2y is that. So now I'm going to multiply and get negative 20 here. See? 4 by 3y, I got 12y. Negative 2y by 5, I'm going to get positive 10y. See the negative and the negative. And then negative 2y by positive 3y is negative 6y squared. So now this is going to be like negative 20 plus 22y take away 6y squared. I'm understanding it now. I am new, I'm understanding it now. Okay, great. Alright guys, so that's what we did so far. Let's just do a little recap so you can catch yourself. Oops, I don't want to see that. That is advanced, that is scary. So we talked about what we're going to do for the class. Right now we're doing quadratics. 52 minutes past already, and we're going to start. We do the background, and now we're going to factorize. So this is where we're at. After that, we're going to do calculator tips. We may not do this because you see how the time running already. Then I want to get along to the homework corrections. If I don't get along to most of it, I will send the corrections in the group. And brace on yourself for a good toast. Math scary already. For number 3, won't it be 11x squared? Did I make a mistake? Alright, I'll remember that when I reach back there. So we started talking about quadratics, just an example of quadratics. This one is not a quadratic, this is linear, this is a quadratic. And the reason, because it's a quadratic, look at my beautiful handwriting. Because of that 2, you see that 2 there? The highest power is to the power of 2. So then you have linear equations look like this when you graph them. Quadratics look like this. We just talk about that by the way. The general form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. I just put the y equal, just, so you get a graph kind of idea. So ax squared plus bx plus c is the general form. That's what we call it. It generally looks like that. And the a, the b, and the c are called coefficients. These are the numbers before the letters. My phone still vibrating, but I tell people in a class and they still. Alright, I've seen real answers. A red group is performing. Red group is performing, right? Now only Katrina, Christian, and Kizai are holding it down for blue. Blue, step up. Alright. So A, 2, 3, 5. These are the coefficients. You see numbers in front. So A is the one in front, x squared. B is the one in front, x. C is the one in front, nobody. The one by himself. Constant. These are in a way called constants as well. But when we say constant, we normally talk about the one by itself. So we did some examples of pulling out the A, the B, and the C, and we realized it's not as easy as it looks. Right? So 3, A, B, C. This is simple because they have A, B, C. A mistake was here in that people didn't realize that the negative sign actually is part of the C. A mistake was here in that people put this for B, but it's not really for B. This is the one by itself. This has to go for C. There's no B. There's no B. And if you see no number in front of it, it's just 1. So you put 1 by A. The tricks to remember. What about if it's reverse? You need to remember that A is always in front of the x squared. It doesn't matter if it's written first or last. So when I write A here, it's negative 6. B here is negative 2. And the C is actually 77. So we went through that. Then we talked about when we factorize a quadratic, we start off with the quadratic like this. And we end up with the answer that looks like this. But before we do that, we have to practice starting off with the answer and expanding it to get back the question. So we started off with the answers, with the factorized form of the quadratic. That's what I wrote here. This is when you factorize a quadratic, it looks like that, the factorized form. So we're going from the factorized form. Alright, I have to go and check my son. He a little sick, right? My grandmother there. His grandmother there, my mother. So they just checking. I coming back just now. So I'll have to give you a question to go. Sorry about this, eh? I wasn't even supposed to have class in the first place. And then we did some expansions and we were caught up on this. And somebody said I make a mistake for number 3. Won't it be 11x squared? 11x squared for number 3. But for here, no, because I'm adding, I'm not multiplying. So it's just 11x. You're not going to put a square in it. You already have the square here, right? So we're good to go. So I'm just giving you all one to do in the meanwhile, right? I just give him a pain, some medicine. So 3, again, one more expansion. 3x plus 1 by x minus 2. So try that. Try that, guys. Alright, now, Danny. Nonsense. 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. Good job, guys. Thanks for the patience. Don't know. Red all the way. Red group. I got that. So we have, every time I come in this room, this printer, it's stood on itself for some, I just printer some kind of motion sensor or some kind of thing. 3x squared plus 1x. Let me put it minus 6x. It doesn't matter which one I do first. 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. Great. So we're ready. Exactly halfway during the class and we're ready. We're about to start this. Now, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. This is very important. I'm trying to take some shine off. This is very important. This is where we factorize the quadratic expression. Factorize the quadratic expression. Very, very deep stuff here, people. Very deep stuff. So what I'm going to do is actually take back one of our very own answers that we did. So remember we do this one, right? And what we had, x plus 3, 2x plus 5. And what was the question that we formed out of this? 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. So I'm going to use that same thing as the example to teach this. 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. I'm feeling to use that one again because this one has some big numbers. 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. Should I use that one? While you feel? Are you feeling to use that one? Expansion time. It is expansion time. Yeah, people paying why? Okay, we can use that one. No. Why? No. Why? No. Do you think so? Alright, so we're going to use this one. You're going to learn with some big numbers here. So you're sure that you're sure that you're sure. Sorry, no, people. Right now, the y is more powerful than the no's. Right, so 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. The first thing I want you to do when you're starting off with this in the beginning is write a little a, b, and a c there. Right? Especially if you're not too strong in this, do all these things. A, b, and c. Next up, you're going to write a times c is equal to, and you figure out what that is equal to. So a times c is actually 2 times 15, which is equal to 30, right? 40. Now, normally when I'm doing this, I'll put the 30 here. So this is just this in brackets is not part of the solution. In no brackets in a box is not part of the solution. Like when you get good, you don't need to do that. You do that in your mind, right? 2 by 15, 30, and you keep that in your mind in a little spot like this. And you start to wait for the next part. The next part is where you need to split this thing, this guy, b into 2. You need to split the b into 2. Because what we want to do is create the 4 terms. And remember when I was doing that 4 terms thing last week? 4 terms and everybody was mashing up them questions. We had 4 terms and we factorize it and we get the 2 brackets just like the thing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to like make it into the 4 terms and everybody to know what to do when we reach that spot. We just factorize like a boss. Alright? So let's see if we can force this 4 terms to happen. How do we do it? We need to split this 11 into 2 numbers. But the 2 numbers must also multiply to give me back this 30, to give me back a times c. So that's the big trick in quadratics there that every teacher will explain to you maybe in a different way, some other thing, right? But a times c, whatever a is, whatever c is, you multiply it, you will get a number. You need to split the middle number now into 2 numbers that will multiply to give you a times c. In your mind, some people already seen the 2 numbers, I'm sure. Some people already seen the 2 numbers. But for the people that not seen the 2 numbers, here's what you do. You always take the 30. You take the 30, and this is what's supposed to happen in your mind anyhow. And you look for all the factors of 30. Here's how you do this. You start at 1. 1 by 30 is 30. Check 2. 2 by what? 2 by 15 is 30. Check 3. 3 by 10 is 30. Hey, real factors here. See people putting the answers there? Mark, Jill, and Nats. Big up, big up. Then you have 5. 4 are going to 30, right? So 5 by 6. Now you see how these two numbers close to each other? It means we're done. Because then I have to go to 6 and it'll be 6 by 5. So I'm not going to write 6 by 5 because I write this already in that way. So I can stop there. Now here's something else, and this is the method that I'm seeing popping up all over the place now. You put a line here, and if you want positive 30, it's important. It don't really matter this time, but it would matter when you start to give you more questions. He's still crying. He's still crying. I may have to go back just now, eh? So this is going to be -1, but my wife reached home. By -30, -2 by -15, -3 by -10, -5 by -6. Because if you put this in your calculator, you would still get 30. Now this part is not important in this question, but in future questions you'll be glad you do this because this will help you to figure out the answer. Right? Now the answer, as people said, is 5 and 6. Guess why it's 5 and 6? Because 5 plus 6 is 11. And that's the whole aim we're aiming towards. It's trying to pick one of these pairs of numbers, one of these pairs that will add up to give you 11. I can't pick -5 and -6 because there's actually -11. So 5 and 6, and then I do 2x squared plus 5x plus 6x plus 15. You understand what happened there? I split the middle term using the two numbers that I just picked up, the 5 and the 6. Now you can put the 6 first or the 5 first. Don't let that hurt up your head. It doesn't matter which one you pick first. You're good to go from here. Now what is this, my friends? This is the 4-term stuff that I gave you a whole set of homework to do, and it had a lot of this involved. That is what this is. Now you can factorize this very simple if you was doing your homework. Very simply if you're doing your homework, right? I'm going to make this a little smaller just to get some more room. Boom. Everybody seen that good there. So you look, remember I told you to like draw an invisible line down here and just think of it as half and half. Look for what's common between these two. What's common between these two? Just the x actually. So it'll be x by 2x plus 5. Because x by 2x is 2x squared, x by 5 is 5x. And I'll put the 2x plus 5 back again one time. Remember that? Once I get this, put this back here. And now I'm looking for the number in the middle here that'll multiply to give me back that. And the number is actually 3. And then what do? I said take the x plus 3 and the 2x plus 5. And my friends, this is how you factorize a quadratic. This is the method that you use for beginners when you're now starting to factorize quadratics. And you do this over and over. Too fast, sir? LOL. All right, I'll go it over. I'll do it over again. Now let's just do watch this. Remember we used this to get that before. Let's just double check this. X plus 3, 2x plus 5. X plus 3, 2x plus 5. So if we multiply all this, we'll get this. And if we factorize it back, we'll get this. Which way you think is easier to go? The easier way to go is from expanding, right? The expanding was fun. The expanding was kind of fun. But this factorizing thing is a little ticklish. But it will start to become fun too when you do a lot of it. Alright? So let me just go and double check and carry there, although my wife reached home. But I'm leaving you all with the next question to do here. I'm actually going to write the answer here, right? I'm going to write the answer. Now this one is going to be a little more ticklish, although it's using smaller numbers. 2x plus 3. So I actually wrote the answer here. Imagine that. See the love? See the kindness? X equal. Let me just put it on like that. So this is the answer. So if I expand now this, I'm actually going to get, so what I want you to do is show me the working in between and send me 2x squared minus x. This one is a little ticklish, minus 6. If you get this out, I'll be really proud of you. So you want to follow the same steps that I gave you here and try and go through. Alright, Daniel, I will repeat it again. Don't worry, I'll do this one again. If you're still didn't quite get it, but make an attempt. Never in maths be comfortable with only a teacher spoon feeding you. There's a dangerous place to be. Now, if you look all over YouTube, you'll see as a real spoon feeder is break down everything. But never be comfortable with being spoon fed all the time. You must give your brain some time to fight up. So you must be fighting up, fighting up. That's the only way like you learn. You have to fight up a little bit. Oh gosh, I hear like Zion reach you because I hear anything banging. Alright guys, so try this one. Let's see if any magical messages pop up here. Alright, this is for the expansion. Good. To expand. Oh, somebody would got the question and I just do. Oh, I see this method where they do it like that. Okay, that's cool. And you write the ABC, right? Isaiah. Yeah, that's good. So go ahead if you have something that your boat is floating on already. Don't feel. Right. So I watch your YouTube video on repeat. So somebody already watched out my video on repeat, so they have it down fast. So I have some videos on this, even from 2018, and they're still high quality, so you can go and watch them. I'm not sure. I just spelled out something here, but it's just a tiny little piece. What is this? What is this tiny little piece of picture? Red group. Red group. So you're gonna show us the ABC method too? No, I'm just showing this method. Percent negative. Ooh, I think I'm seeing a little problem with the signs there. Signs problems. I'm in class right now, so you have to discuss all the specifics and details with the admin. If she doesn't respond to you right now, she'll respond to you soon. Better you can hear. Who's this? Lisa. Alright. So Maleficent. Oh gosh, what is the correct name? um you could change the name on WhatsApp. Or probably initial it or something. Um you see a problem with the sign, right? Lisa, this was great. Red group again. Right, blue group, no, you see your blue group. Jamal touchdown to hold on before to blue group. A by C negative 12. He split it in his mind, no problem. Good. So some people at different stages. Like this, where I on this pen, boy. You know, this pen like to hide from me during class. These two steps are mind steps now. And depending on how where you reach in practice, you may not need those two steps. Some people don't even need these steps as well. You just go straight from here to there by thinking about it. But I would always advise putting these steps for the CXC. The steps in the brackets, mind. Daniel Martin. Yeah, you're going good so far. Daniel, but send your working on the group. Send your working on the group. Are you in the red group or blue group, or are you? There's another group. There's the group of payment, the people whose payments pending, who just signed up or sticking x plus 2, 2x minus 3. Some little sign problems. God, I don't see in this one. Nice, good job on fixing that. Yeah, but you fixed that and leave a little mistake still. How? Mark Anthony, how? Time to do it, time to do it, time to do it. I don't want to waste too much time. And I would love to get some time to talk about the calculator. So we'll be coming back to this next week. Definitely, we'll have to come back to quadratics again. Where 5 and 6 come from? Yeah? I mean, where 5 and 6 come from? That's the whole point. The 5 and the 6 there, that came from here. Pick 5 and 6 because out of all the factor pairs, 5 and 6 adds back to give me 11. That's the only one that does that. So let me see. A by C. A by C is actually 2 by negative 6, which is negative 12. So we deal with the factors of 12. So you write 1 by 12, 2 by 6, let's write it nice, 2 by 6, let's write it nice, 2, 2 by 6, and 3 by 4. But we deal with a negative 12. Here's the trick. To get negative 12, it means one of these numbers must be negative. So it could be like this, or, so last time it was that two of the numbers were positive or two was negative. This time, it's either the first one negative, or you can have like the second one being negative, like this. And that's the little trick in this one that I said. So either the first numbers were negative or the second numbers were negative. So now I'm picking out of these, I'm picking a number, two numbers are paired that will add back up to give me what? This number in the middle here, which is negative 1, because I'm not seeing no numbers, which is negative 1. So if I take negative 3 and 4, that is actually 1. Negative 3 plus 4, or 4 take away 3 is 1. So this is the one that I need to take. I need to take the 3 and the negative 4. None of these else here will work. You can check it in your calculator. So sometimes people check it in their calculator now, right? So 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, but 3 plus negative 4, 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1, and that's what I want, just one negative 1. So now I have to pick this 3 and this 4 now, so I'll put 2x squared plus the 3x, take away the 4x, 3x, take away 4x, and put the take away 6 here. Understand? So the same way how I got this 5 and 6 from when I picked this, I'm getting this 3 and 4 from when I picked here. That's cool, that's cool. And now is my time to shine. Now it's here when you just go into automatic mode, factorize it. So it'll be like x into 2x plus 3. You put the 2x plus 3 back one time, and then I write over here, I write whatever makes it work, negative 2 by that. Negative 2 by 3 gives me negative 6. So this is x minus 2 and 2x plus 3. Now, which is the same thing as the answer that I was saying is the answer. Alright, let's do another one. So we're starting off with another one here. I'm going to put, Let me give you the answer again. 2x minus 1 x plus x plus 2. This is a nice simple-ish one. And you're starting off with 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. Yeah, so that's what we're starting off with. So you're starting off with this, and I want you to fill in the steps that will lead to the answer. The steps is factorizing. Alright, so do that and send me. Send me in the group. Alright guys, come on. See, a lot of people say I understand now. Pending group, Joyanne sending me some stuff. Good work, Joy. Good work. Love it. People saying understand now. Shona decide to send me her whole picture now. Good work, good work, good work, good work. Or you do it back to front, you do it the other way, which means you understand it for real. But your signs, you see how you split it up, you didn't really pick the right signs, and I feel like you're putting the sign afterwards and things. So let's get that nice and neat this time. Let's get that nice and neat this time. In the meanwhile, let me delete some of these photos. Some more photos. Search. Oh, my phone just looks so. Yes, clear up that space for us, master. Let's delete some more here. This is for, don't forget me. Oh my gosh. Somebody wants to be added to the class. It's pressure here. I confuse on the working part. Send what you have. Alright, Maleficent. Working like a boss. Perfect. Handwriting. Could be better. And get them some equal signs. I feel like I just put some equal signs in life would have been something out there. But you really understand it. You really watch my video and repeat it because you have it locked. Keziah. Okay. Right, so you pull out the negative 1 and 4, you split it up, you do it a different way to her, which is still same thing, still correct. Very good. Somebody else gets in there. Don't get frightened if somebody, don't get frightened if you're still working. That's cool, that's cool. Jill, I've seen your answer from before. Why are we downloading these pictures for? Alright, so cool. More coming in, more coming in. Red group. Nuts. Good job. Shauna. Alright. Once again, red group beating out blue group here. Gel. Right. Yeah, just neatening up on the sign there. See, they're squeezing them equal signs, but they have the equal signs today. Nice. So let's just get this done. I'm gonna do the long way for anybody who get a little problem. Still, I want to see the full working. So we're gonna put a times c. We're gonna put 2 times -2. We're gonna get -4. We're gonna write the factors of 4, 1, and 4. Now I don't normally put a multiply sign in between. I just put that before to explain something here. 2 and 2. No other factors because I already reached 2 same numbers, right? And I always write it twice. Now I'm checking to see what it is. It's negative, so it means one of the numbers must be negative, either the first one or the second one. Now it's my picking time to see which one to pick. I have to get positive 3. So it means the bigger number needs to be positive. That looks like this. So I pick that one. Then I put 2x squared. I put the -1x. Put the plus 4x. Put the -2. In other words, these two things really just came from that. And I just put x next to them. Yes, so now we reach here. This is supposed to be clockwork for people who were practicing from before. So x by 2x minus 1, because you're factorizing now is like you're factorizing half. This half is. So x by 2x is that, x by -1 is there, you understand? Put 2x minus 1 back again one time and try and figure out what number to put here. I think a plus 2 would work good there, so I'm going to put x plus 2 and 2x minus 1. It's almost like you just take this and this, put it there, and then you just take one of this and put it there. More and more people getting through, more and more people getting through. Let's try one more, and then we're going to talk about calculators. But if we don't talk much about calculators, that's okay, because I plan on doing a video tonight once Chabi is okay. And the new version to that calculator called the ClassWiz. Now, if you have this calculator, by all means, stick with this one. This one just has a better display. So, you know me, when I get a new calculator, it's like, all the best. Alright, so this one is the ClassWiz, just like the one up on this. And you know, I always should boast about this calculator. To have this calculator in a gear. So, people with this calculator don't feel, I think, once you have this calculator, you're good. This guy, if you don't have any calculator and you're willing to pay the money, this one, somebody in Trinidad selling this one for 300, this one for 275. Or you can order it online if you're not from Trinidad, for whatever price, pay a clearing fee, shipping fee, whatever. Try not to buy the cheapest calculators with one display or sharps. They are good sharps, but you know what I mean. I'll explain more about that later. Let me just get this last quadratic out of the way. Now, have no fear if you're not 100% on quadratics. We're gonna do some more. Yes, I have a sharp too, so don't feel like that. What you will do is, I'll tell you all what to do just now when we reach the calculator spot. Let's do one more question. So I'm gonna make this one like this. We're gonna get a lot of this for homework, and then we're gonna be doing. Oh, we didn't get to cover the homework that we do last week. Alright, so I'll send you solutions to that homework, no problem. 3x minus 2x minus 1. There was only one page of homework this week. For those of you all who came into the class last week, that's not how it usually is with one page of homework. So you will see how it usually is tomorrow. So 3x minus 2x minus 1. Alright, so the starting up for this question will be 3x squared and negative positive 2 here. And I think I am looking at a negative 5x. So show me how you get the working and go down to the answer. So right now I'm giving you all the question and the answer just to help, you know, in the beginning. That's just how I do it. That's just how we do things wrong here for now. Next week you'll just be getting question alone. So get it in between, send that to me. Is that? No. I have 836. 836, I think. Oh, red group, red group. Red group already have 3 pictures. Oh my gosh. Class admin, if you're watching this, you need to send people at the blue group. We need blue group needs some help here, man. Factorizing. Okay. What's this? Rows. This kind of working here, performing here. 2x. This kind of handwriting, this kind of zigzag thing. Lord Father. 4. What's this? It's on different. That's the first question. Missing out a sign. I see you put a very light positive sign by the 2 Maleficent. That's a little problem there. So we gain some little problems. Isaiah. Nobody have the working correct yet. Nobody has the working correct. Let's see if anybody can pull out the correct working. Alright, Rose resend something. I see the font has not changed at all. It's the same handwriting. I see there's no sign in front of the 2. I also see that it looking like you erased that one spot 5, 6, 7 times. Oh no, that's the writing printout in the back. So 3x squared minus 3x. What are we putting there? Are we putting a negative? Are we putting a positive? In the end, the middle line is good. Middle line is good, Rose. To do some equal signs. Please. Jamar. Right. Yeah, but you could. Alright, so you're just really working. You could write back the answer too. So this is good, Jamar. Good work. Jada. Oh, you're going as ACB. Oh, ACB. Which is the same thing, One. I see you fighting them signs here. You're fighting them signs, but you win the fight. Well done, Jada. I admire the grit. Nuts looking good. But I don't know why you put positive and a negative. You can just hit them in negative one time. Shauna coming. Messed up that sign there. Shauna. Second to last line, it should have a positive in 22. right? So let's just get this done. Let's get this done, and we look out for more next week. But I still have to give you homework. Even though not everybody seems to be full 100. Some people more, some people have it a little better than some. So what we do the A times C thing, A times C. Stick to what I'm saying to do. If you're not getting it, are you sure the answer is supposed to be 3x plus 1, x minus 2? I don't know. Let's check and see. The answer, I think my answer is, I made the question from the answer, so it should be good. I have been wrong before. 8 times, like last night, I wasn't, well, Champions League cola last night, so, but um, during the in between time from like around 12 to 2, I was fighting up with a question with somebody from the pure maths class. That was a nightmare question. All right, so 3 times 2 is 12. A positive 12. Always in a negative 5 here. That's interesting. So, but let's put the factors as 12. 1 by 12, 2 by 6, 3 by 4. One of them can be negative. Like if I put negative here, this will multiply, this will give me a negative 12. So I can't put one negative. So both can be positive. Once the answer is positive, it's either both positive or both negative. Understand? It's either both positive or both negative. Like I remember when when the number is negative, is either the first one negative or the second one negative. Or when the number is positive, it's either both positive or both negative. When the number is negative, it's either the first one negative or the second one negative. And that kind of thinking, when you write it like this, helps you to structure your quadratic good. And then when you start to get it good, it start to come real fast. 6. No, my bad, I mean not 12. So 3 times 2 is 6. Oh, shucks. I real talking and thing. Yeah, but same concept, same concept. 6, 3 times 2 is 6. All day, every day. And I say, see, so I can make a mistake. That I just made that mistake so that people who was making mistakes before wouldn't feel bad about making mistakes, right? 1 by 6, 2 by 3. No, I just make that mistake because I don't know. My mind thinking about it. I don't know. 2 by 3. So either the first two is positive or the last two is the both of them are negative. Either the first positive or the what am I saying? Either the two numbers positive or the two numbers negative because I'm looking to get positive 6. Right? So now I need to see which one of these will give me negative 5. And Kizzy, this is where I need to check. So I want to get negative 5. So it has to be this one. Because I get negative 5 when I add them. So that is negative 2 plus negative 3. And I think one person actually write that. Negative 2 plus negative 2x plus negative 3x. But when you're writing it, you don't need to put the plus. You can just write 3x squared now. You put in the negative 2x. And then you put in the negative 3x like that. And put plus 2. Then you factorize like a boss. X into 3x minus 2. 3x minus 2 goes here. And since this is positive but this is negative, I'll have to put a negative 1 there. And then I'll end up with this answer because the x and the negative 1 will come together. And the 3x minus 2 will come together. Any questions? We good? People saying, I see. You need to sleep. Sure, sis. Sure. Really now. So need to rest. Understood. All right. So great. So the time is now 8:43. So we have 15 minutes to talk about the calculator. So you can get these two things out of the way and I can brace yourself for a lot of homework. Now, if you don't understand it totally, have no fear. I will also send in the group. I think I have 2 or 3 videos on quadratics where you could just go back and watch. And those videos shorter. So the people who want to learn it from scratch will have to watch over this whole 2-hour video. If you want to just get the condensed, the juice out of it, you'll watch my short video that's public. And I'll send the link. And brace yourself. You're just going to get real quadratics homework. I just going to send real quadratics. Alright. So, calculator wise, this is a calculator. Now, I spoke a little about this sometime. Let me bring it up. This is just a computerized emulator of it. I'll just go a new page. So you new page. What is all that? Yo, hold on. Come in now. I'll watch it calculate and say, alright, guys. See this calculator here? I did a video about it. I'll ignore the shine, ignore the shine. I don't know what's going on there. That's the lights thing. Let me make this a little bigger now. I don't need to be so tiny. Right, so this calculator here, this is the calculator of calculators that you're looking to get. Either this one, if you still have to buy a calculator brand new, and you want to spend, because this one is like $275 in Trinidad, and this one is $300. The class wills. And this one, the display is better, and it does the same functions. And you can take this one out of the packet because I want to take this out on camera and probably do a little video about it and post it up on YouTube maybe tomorrow. Alright, so let's talk about this calculator and why it's so good compared to like the Sharp. So before I do that, take a picture, focus, take a picture of your, I have one. Take a picture of your calculator and send it in the group. And I'll just tell you, I'll just read your calculator, you know, like read your pic. I'll just read your calculator and tell you how, if it's under 5, you need to get a new calculator for sure, for sure. At least a new calculator would greatly help in your maths. So take a picture of your calculator and send it in the group. Lizzie, good job on the stuff there. So where sells the calculator? It'll speak about clipboard. Who just send me that way? Somebody from one of the groups. Don't worry, I will show you where sell the calculator. I'll send a link, okay? Somebody always sending the link actually in the group. Somebody, one of the groups, Ola, one of them. Jill. Your calculator decentish. You can do everything. You have dual display, you have solar. I'll read this. Between 6 and 7. This Canon. This Canon is decent, but you can't go extra. I don't think you can go extra in terms of like quadratics. Check for the quadratics, Jill. When we're doing it, you'll see. Jada, get through in life. Christian, get through in life. I ain't seen calculator. I'll refer to send a calculator, so I have 20 something people on here. Danny, get through in life. No wonder you're sending things so fast. Rose, this is a very popular calculator. The Sharp. This is the, just now I'll tell you. 531. Yeah, so I think this can do quadratics as well. Yeah, because it can do bases as well. It's just that it's hard to, it's a little more ticklish to learn. So Hannah, same is basically the same thing like Rose. Lisa, if you know I don't like that Canon, boy, oh gosh. I just do like that Canon, but it's kind of different to use. The Helix. Oh, are you? Where are you from? Where's this? 868. You from Trinidad, and you had these weird brand name of calculators. I mean, it's good calculators. Don't feel out. But you wouldn't be able to get the quadratics. I'm not too sure you get quadratics in these calculators. Right. Who else? Blue group and one more. Jamar. Jamar, you can do this is a Texas Instrument. Yeah, I could see that. Texas Instrument. Some of the Texas Instruments, real bad. Like you're not supposed to be going you're not supposed to be going in the exam room with some of that. Like I taught this girl in Cuba when I used to do one-on-one tuition. I don't now. Only online I do now. She was from convent and she had a calculator, a Texas Instrument that doing the graphing. You're not supposed to be in exam with that, but she actually went into the exam and get through that and used the graphing and thing. Like, well, yeah, this could be a fictional story. Eh? Don't take my word at it, you know. So, um, so this Texas, this one start not 100, and this one. Let's see, is how to go into some functions thing here. This is not the advanced one. I think this is on the lower end actually. There's like this, there's the middle one, and then there's a really advanced one with the graphing. You want to get more in the middle. If you like some people really love Texas Instruments. I don't. I don't like Helix, I don't like Canon so much either. So oh yes, I'm seeing some people sending some more stuff here. Joyanne, oh, your calculator pink. So you went and picked the pink one. Alright, yeah, so this Casio is like this one, kind of like this one. So you can, the Casio display, I love the natural matte display. It's superior to me. Now I have a bunch of calculators in my gallery. The display nice, but yours would, I don't know if yours could do the, like, let me check this one. Yeah, you can do some equations on it. You can do some equations, like, okay. But so the best calculators I saw in the group was this one, and somebody actually had this one. I think Danny. So you see, like she did some research before she buy that calculator. The ClassWiz is the best, right? Casio ClassWiz, and I think there's a Sharp that matches this, but I don't know the Sharp yet. But best. You can buy it on Amazon or look out for the link I'm going and share in the group if you're from Trinidad. You can have this calculator in your house by tomorrow. If you have 300 to spare in your house by tomorrow. And this calculator is actually fun to use. So I'll show you this calculator here could do everything. This is the ClassWiz. Could do everything that this calculator could do. So I'm going to show you some quick stuff and hopefully you'll be amazed. The first thing I want to show you is the natural display on this calculator. This is one of the number one things I like about this calculator. Some students struggle with fractions. So you know, this is the first class we do, and I send the link to all the classes in the official groups. If you're independent group, you won't have the link to all the classes until you handle your senior the admin, right? So 3/4 plus 1 1/5 over 2/3 times 1. Now we say we have something simple like that. 2/3 times, let me make it like negative 3/4 or something. This calculator is superior in that you can just fraction it up, throw an next fraction in that numerator, put in negative 3/4. I can write it like that, or if I'm frightened to write the negative on that spot, I can actually write the negative in front of the fraction like this. It's just sweet. Calculator sweet. Then you put a plus, you put a mixed number, 1, and there's actually a video where I show you a lot of the insane functions this can do if you're doing maths. This calculator will take your places, put an extraction there where we have 2/3, a very natural display, and you can write the entire question like this. Press your equal sign, end up with your answer. Not satisfied with just the fraction, or you could just leave your answer as a fraction. You could just press this, get the decimals. What about if your answer turned out to be like a mixed number? Let's say like 79 divided by 23. Let's say your answer was like this. You can press this, go to decimals, showing that this is some form of recurring taking place here. That's a big number to recur, boy. Let me use some trees so you might see a better recurring. Let's say 99 divided by 33. Why did I do that? 98 divided by 33. Right, so 2.96 again, some recurring there. Homework can send on the WhatsApp group. Google Classroom, please. You see all them pictures? That's why we're on Google Classroom, so that your phone will have to stick with all them pictures and my phone will have to stick with all them pictures. Alright, so 2.96. Now you see how I press that, you can get different settings now. So you could go to that, you could go to that. Now, if you want it in like mixed number format, you could even get that as well. If you want to divide 98 divided by 33 and figure out the remainder one time, you could just use this style of division. So you could go in 2 times remainder 32. This is how. So these little small things is coming very, 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 very useful. Like if you're doing quick maths, to get the quick maths. Yes, sir, low on memory. What are we talking about again? I need one. Yes, sir, low on memory. I don't know what you're talking about. I need that calculator. So yeah. So I'll send the link for if you're in Trinidad to buy it, or I'll send a picture of the calculator as well, so you can order it if you're not in Trinidad off the internet. Amazon, wherever. I was teaching Alma's class today, and my boy in Tobago, he buy it one time within 3 minutes. Whilst I teaching here, he already buy it. So for those who are interested, let me just send a link. Let's send a link one time before I show you something. What I'm about to show you is this calculator going to solve the same quadratic that we just do very, very, very quickly. Admin in the background working hard, boy. Alright, so I completely forget what I'm going to do. Alright, add maths group. So I'm sending the 2 calculators, right? I'm sending the cheaper one and the expensive one, like what Danny has as well. One is 300, one is 275. If I as you, that is extra $25. I just go all out one time. It makes the working a little easier for you. So those are the 2 calculators. Those shucks. I forwarded back to the same group. Wait, let me check and see. I can do it. So the 2 maths group get. I'm going to send it in the pending group as well. Pending. Pending. Great. So there's a link. So you could call that number in the morning and have that calculator in your house by the evening. Alright, so now watch this. Watch this, my people. Remember this, we just did 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. So you can press mode. Now you're seeing computation as a normal numeration computation mode where you can do all these things we have here. Then you can do complex numbers. Only when you do that in maths, that is pure maths. You can do statistics, standard deviation. You come into that. You can do that in here. Is you can change between bases, base 2, base 3, so you can verify that within for your CSEC right here. Some of the sharp calculators can do this. Once you see in this symbol here, hex, binary, oct, dec on your calculator, decimal, you can do that. Equation mode is what I'm going to click on now to go to quadratics and linear equations. Matrices, this calculator can do matrices, can solve matrices, can solve simultaneous equations in matrices, can find the determinant, can find the inverse of a matrix, can do vectors, can do tables, that is for like graphing, but they can't actually draw the graph because the calculator is not supposed to be able to draw the graph for CXE. Can do inequalities, ratios, distributions. Calculator can do a lot of things. Some of it you would never see. So you think I have that money? Alright, well, save it up and make sure, well, once you have a decent calculator, if you have a sharp that I rate in around 6 or 7, if you're comfortable with that, go ahead. This is just a shorten your struggles. So when you switch the mode, which one you just press to go back to normal mode? Yeah, that's be a big question. So if you want to go back to normal mode, press 1 or press shift setup and make sure you're on mat IO, input output 1. Result, you don't want to be on the line, you want to be on the mat. Otherwise your fractions will look nice. Alright, so you want your fractions to look like that. Alright, so let's go mode. Let's go equation. Let's pick this equation very quickly before time run out. Ax squared plus bx plus c. So I'm going to press 3. And you see what I'm seeing there? A, B, C. Which means I just need to put in the A, B, C. A, B, C. Are you saying now if I just put in the A, B, C there, this calculator is going to get the answer for me? Yes. So all we did now was factorize the quadratics. this calculator is going to take it one step further and get the answer. So I'm going to put in the 3, press equal, that's like enter, -5, enter, 2, enter. So it's ready. Press equal again. It gives me the value of the first one, which is 1. Now, let me just minimize this a little bit and make myself smaller. If you notice here, and for those who were paying attention in the maths class in school or wherever you did maths before, if everybody should have seen quadratics before, to go one step further to solve this, you'd say x is equal to 1, because you'll say x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 1, which is the answer we have there. And you'll say 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, and we're going to do this next week. So it'll be like 3x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 2/3. Let's see if they get 2/3 as the next answer. So if I press equal, 2/3 as the next answer. So this calculator is solving a quadratic equation simply by putting in the coefficients. And you can backwork to know how to factorize as well. So like if you didn't know, once I see this is 1, I can immediately know this is x minus 1 goes there. If I see 2/3, I know this is x. I put the takeaway 2 there. And I have to put the 3 here. The denominator goes there. That's just how it works. So I had a student from NAP, so I was telling my advanced class, this man gets so accustomed with this calculator, he almost forget how to factorize a quadratics normally because you're just using the calculator all the time. It's just really nice. I'm just going to show you very quickly. This calculator can do matrices. You store 3 matrices. Then you bring out the matrix like this. You say shift matrix. Just now I need to go on matrix mode. Matrix mode. Select that. Let's say I click 1. I click a 2x2 matrix. I put in the matrix. I bring it back up. Press shift. I can bring back up the matrix that I made. I can find the inverse of the matrix. I can multiply the matrix by the next matrix. I can solve matrices like this. There's a video, I won't take any more time on this. There's a video that I have on YouTube with this calculator where you could go through and see, you would be amazed of the different things you could do, binary, stuff like that. So part of maths is having the right tools. Make sure you have a nice protractor, a nice compass, good pencils, good pens, and a decent calculator. Nice set square ruler, whatever. Especially the compass. You need a good compass when you start construction sooner or later. So you check out the video, yeah, because I lost it. You check out the video. So do you get a cut in these sales? Of course. So like this person with the calculator, he gave me these calculators. It's a young man from, I don't know how he know me, but it's a young man probably from a YouTube videos. If you check Faith in stores, like you check these calculators in UE stores, it'll be a little more expensive. So CXC put me for absent for English and I was present. Maybe the SBA wasn't completed. So, but like in these sales now that I do with these calculators, I did not have any arrangement with him. So it's like he just getting the thing, but he did give me this calculator free. So, or you could buy it online. If you get in a better deal online, you could buy it online. If you get in a better deal with him, Youthman, you could buy it through that. Gordon Technologies, I think is his name. So when you switch the mode, which one you just press, right, answer that question. Yeah, I did check it because you lost me. Very good. When we sign up for 2020, the deadline is the 4th of September. Eh? I don't know if you all have me on Instagram, but you go on my Instagram and check it. I post the picture with the ministry stipulations for everything. And you could call the number that I have there for more information on the ministry. You could call in the ministry. I think it opens on the 26th of, it'll just be a short window, the 26th of this month. I think, don't quote me. Right, so somebody saying 26th to the 4th second, he said, the 4th of September. So the 26th to the 4th of September. Alright, that's enough talking. I feel like I talk real plenty because I had maths class. Guys, good luck with the homework that I will send. Make sure and check out the video on quadratics. Till we meet again, God is love. Good night, everybody. It was a nice class. I hope you understand and clear up some errors in quadratics.